Check, hello, testing, hello. Check, hello, testing, hello, check. Okay, check చేసుకోండి ఆడియో ఇది కూడా వినండి పక్కా check, hello, testing, hello.
Interesting. When I come into the campus earlier, of course now I am fully on the campus, to come and see empty corridors and labs running at bare minimum strength like this are equivalent to a university, and because we are students. Otherwise, you could have scientific labs where they're basically doing research, but our job is also to do manpower generation and meet the requirements of the country. So from that perspective, in terms of, for example, last year, we wanted to hold our convocation and everyone was doing their convocations physically. Because last year we ran a survey among the students because we said convocation is an event for the students and we need to, and it's a great occasion for them to come back to the institute, receive the degree, meet their friends, and also for the family members to come and online. But there was almost 90% of the students said no, we want a physical convocation and we'll come whenever it can happen. Okay, so we did not hold our second convocation physically, and we deferred it, saying that we'll combine it with the next year's convocation, so that hoping that things will get under control. And then we had the second wave. Right, but the moment we saw the opportunity in September, we had the second convocation in September 25th. Again, we were very fortunate. The Secretary Higher Education came down, who was the chairman, to hold this event, and we had Mr. Santanam, the managing director and head of CEO of St. Gobain in Asia, come as a chief guest. And we had a physical convocation which went off very well, where we combined both the convocations, the second batch and the third batch convocations together, and we had a physical convocation. Now we started again at the beginning of the third wave, we sent the students back, and now again we've been bringing back the students. And I think this week, almost every student who wants to be back is back, right? There are some more students who are lingering a little bit, but anyway, they have to be back for the exams. We said all exams are going to be physical, and we said from the next week, Suresh, next week we are starting classes come only physical. Yeah. So basically we're getting back to physical classes. Again, it's no fun teaching to a blank screen, right? The students on the other end, we don't know whether they're there. And it's no fun because in a class there's a sort of eye contact, there is interaction that happens between the faculty, students, between students and students. And so we're very happy that finally we are getting back to days where we starting physical classes in all respect. On the research front, we're making very good progress. Just now we had made a presentation to the chairman about our institute's progress. Once again, for a new institution, we have had almost 100 sponsored research projects that have been funded by various agencies, whether it's DST, whether it's a Naval Research Board, whether it is various ministries and so on. It's a great achievement for a new institution because most of our faculty members have started, full-time joining here from 2017. So the average duration that a faculty member here is less than 3 years. So on that front, we are doing very well. On the front of the infrastructure development, once again, it's been any new institution goes through this pains of making an article on this. So similarly, we had our students staying, the first few batches staying in and then the girls were accommodated in the ISER hostel and so on. So I was very worried the 3 years some of us students lived there, and I was always worried these students were tired, they're going up and down and so on. But when the students came back here, for the convocation and we get a little informal, I found that they loved the place, being there and so on. So that was a big relief for me that the arrangements that were made, because there's a lot of freedom there, to watch them, what they're doing, and what is happening there and so on. But they've all been, at the end of the day, they've all been very responsible students and do not do any crazy things, at least that we know of. Okay. So from that front, from these temporary facilities that we had set a target. I being from the IIT system, born and brought up in the IIT system, I've watched what has been happening. And I watched what's happened in the second generation IITs, where 3-4 batches graduated without ever seeing the campus. Right? So we set our target from day one that we will create whatever required infrastructure so that the first batch has to live on the campus. Okay, and again we achieved that target. So in 2018, the first batch moved into the campus, all the students moved in the campus. And then we have moved all the classes into the campus in 2019. And the construction that all of you are probably watching happening from here, there's a massive construction going on. We have 2,000 people helping us build the campus. We have people coming from all over the country, from Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Orissa, West Bengal, very few from Andhra Pradesh coming to build the campus. But almost 95% of the workers are from other states. And we have an excellent, the camp where these people are living, 2,000 of them. We call it Vishwakarma Awas. We call it the Vishwakarma Awas. And the kinds of facilities we have created, first thing is I've been telling both the CPWD contractors, everyone, dignity of labor, and these are the people helping build our campus. We need to take good care of them. They have come here to help build our campus, we need to good care. So the kinds of facilities we have created there, it's become a model, labor colony, we call it. That's why I said first thing is don't call it labor colony. That's why we came with Vishwakarma Awas. And last 2 years, we won a number of awards on health and safety practices. So I would like to again congratulate our engineering unit team at IIT Tirupati, the CPW team, but most importantly, the contractor, JMC Projects, who has done an excellent job in creating this. Now right now we are building about 168 apartments for our faculty and staff to move in. And over the last weekend, these houses have already been allotted. So we went through a drive of allotting. So all the apartments have been allotted based on seniority and whatever rules and regulations we put in for this particular purpose. So everyone is keen to move in. And we're hoping from June, not that all of them will be ready by June, but we're at least expecting 3 apartment buildings to be ready by June, so that June by August, all of them to be ready so that everyone moves into the campus in the faculty and staff. For the students, we're building 1,000 rooms, right? 1,000 single rooms, 2 hostels, each of 500 rooms. Again, we're trying to get that hostels ready so that in June, students can start moving out there. So hopefully all the postgraduate students will get single rooms, all the final year students will get single rooms, and probably the third year students all will get single rooms in those hostels. And the first years, the people I think who have really been impacted are the first years who joined last year and the first years who joined this year. And the MTechs, most importantly, because at least the BTechs are here for 4 years, somewhere they can catch up. But the MTechs are here for 2 years, and some of them probably are going to be graduating from this institute with just spending 3 to 4 months effectively on the campus, or maximum 6 months. But that's unfortunate situation that we've gone through. And so we had to do, labs on a compressed mode to take care of this and so on. So the first set of 500 student hostels must be ready by June, and the next hostel probably will take some more months, maybe ready by September or so. So we are hoping to bring back the current first years had had their first semester completely online, second semester is also going on online, and we are hoping to bring them into the campus from 1st of June, last week of May, so that at least they spend a few weeks and then take the exams and then stay here through the summer and complete their lab work. So these are all the challenges that we've been facing, and again, I would like to thank everyone. Faculty members are not able to take vacations because they have to stay here and teach, because we've been encroaching into this vacation period because of delay. Like last year we started in November, even this year we started the classes in November. So everyone is going through this challenge. And then our department buildings are getting ready. We are building 2 large department buildings, department building 1 and 2. So department building 2 is the one that is in advanced stages of progress. This will house the library on one side, on the ground floor, and the data center and the computer center on the other side. And then we're going to be having the electrical engineering, computer science and engineering, humanities and social sciences, and mathematics departments here. Now, why all these departments? Because these are departments who don't need heavy wet labs and heavy labs. So that particular building will not need all these services like gases and special power requirements and so on. The second building, department building 1, which will probably get ready. So this department building 1 again, by June, we are trying to get it ready so that we can start moving in. Department building 2 will take probably another 2 months to get ready, which will house the rest of the department, which is civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and physics and chemistry. So these are two department buildings. And then we're building a large, one of the biggest central instrumentation facilities in the country, which will be available. The central instrumentation facility is being designed in such a way that our faculty and students can use it for the research. Institutions around will be able to come and use it, and industry and other organizations should also be able to come and use it. So that's the objective of this large central instrumentation facility that we're building. And then we're building a lecture hall complex which will house about 40 classrooms. 240-seater, 120-seaters, 40-seaters, 60-seaters, undergraduate physics lab, undergraduate chemistry lab, drawing hall. All this will be housed in the lecture hall, but that is going to probably get done by September or October. So by December of this coming year, we are targeting and working hard. In spite of the pandemic, I have to really appreciate the contractor and the whole team, engineering team, the architects, the PMC, CPWD. March 24th we had lockdown, and we had of 2020. We awarded the contract on March 20th, and 24th was the lockdown. So we could not start work. June 2nd was unlock 1.0, and the contractor on June 2nd he started mobilizing. Started bringing in people from all over the country. Labor would get stuck in borders. I have to call the collector there and tell please release them, and so on. So it's been a big challenge. In spite of it, the progress that we've been able to make is amazing. And then of course we're also building other things like our guest house, which will have 20 rooms and so on. And so all this, so we have taken a decision by the end of June, we will vacate our temporary campus completely. And all our administration and everyone will move in here. So that's the plan that we're going through. So we may have to house some of the administration in one of the hostel ground floor for a few months till the administrative building happens. One more thing we would have noticed, as you enter the campus, we have created 2 large lakes on either side, 10 acres. So the whole idea is to capture the runoff water and store it there. And we estimate that about 4 months of water supply can be stored there, okay, without depending on the outside water supply to the campus. And we're connecting up the 2 campuses. We have 19 acres where we're going to set up the research park, by an underpass. So that is being done by NHAI. We're giving it as a deposit work to them. And the water supply scheme, we're going to get water from the Telugu Ganga project. You know, the water that is going to Chennai from the Krishna river, we will steal some of that water from there and divert it towards this side. And there's a summer storage tank that's been created near ISER, about a couple of kilometers. So it's pumped about 25 kilometers from the Telugu Ganga canal, and then the water comes here, and then it will be treated here and supplied to all of us. And all of you know we are doing a number of sustainable practices in how we do it. The student activities, I was going to talk a little bit about it, but I think Dinkar covered most of it, even in spite of it. Some of these things like how quick meta activities kept going, because he did not touch on. I'm just touching on the things he did not touch on. The classical performances, which we had to do online. Also, but we got some excellent top-notch performers to do this. Very glad to see the students' activities, intra-hostel sports activities going on. Of course, your sports sector is after me to help him get some t-shirts and so on. But it's good to see all these activities getting back on track. I hope the intra-IT sports happen this December without any problems. And the rest of things get back to normalcy as soon as possible. And we're going through a transformation. You know, we on the front of our, when we started off in 2015 with the Mentor Institute, running it, with getting some temporary staff, and we managed to get some outstanding faculty and staff to come and help us in the initial days. I was just telling the chairman of ISRO that ISRO has a big role if this institute has got to this stage. So many of our admin staff, whether it is Mr. Adinarayana, Mr. Shiv Kumar, Mr. Chaudhary, Mr. Chetty, Govind Chetty, right? All these people who had retired from ISRO, we brought them in, and because we knew that they had good systems, good, way of handling things, and they laid a solid foundation on the admin side. Similarly, on the faculty side, we had very senior professors who came on re-employment. Once again, I would like to really thank the Ministry of Education for facilitating that for the new IITs, they permitted us to bring in faculty when they retire at 65 to go on till 70. And, Professor Natarajan, Professor Kishore, Professor Krishnaya, Professor Raghavendra, right? And now Professor C.P. Rao. So all these people with this vast experience helped guide us and set up the way Professor Natarajan, for example, used to work so hard in setting up the whole academic framework and regulations and implementation and so on. Similarly, all the others, Professor Natarajan was the acting registrar till we could appoint a new registrar and so on. So all their engagements are sort of now, are transitioning now that we have nearly 105 faculty members with us who have joined us. We've got some excellent faculty members to join. Almost 20 faculty members moved from other IITs to IIT Tirupati. And so we're going through this now. The startup stage is sort of over. Now we got into a stage of having to run on our own. So many of them, I would like to place on record our thanks to all the senior colleagues, either from the academic side or from the administration side, for coming and helping lay the foundation for this to this institute. And then also a number of faculty members have joined during the last 1 year. Nearly 25 faculty members have come in and joined us in the last year. We had a pretty good recruitment drive that has happened, and we'll keep doing this as we move forward. And probably all of you know that my term as a director ended on January of this year, and I've been on extension till the end of the academic year till the new director is appointed. So who will be the new director? I'm sure all of you will give your full cooperation and support in taking this institute to great heights. And I think the institute is on a very good trajectory. I talk to people outside, and all of them have great hopes about IIT Tirupati. Great expectations about IIT Tirupati. And the collaborations we're forging, I think will help us do that. Like today, we have been really fortunate to have one of the leading scientists and scientific leaders, scientific organization leaders to come and grace this occasion. Shows the support we're getting from all quarters. We hope all of you enjoyed today's concealed program after this event and the dinner that they put together, that will follow. And thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for that enlightening speech.
We request Dr. Suresh Jain, Dean of Academic Affairs, to introduce the Chief Guest.
Thank you. It is my great privilege to introduce our esteemed Chief Guest of the day on Institution Day, Sri Somnath Ji. He is a distinguished scientist and Secretary Department of Space Chairman, Space Commission and Chairman ISRO since January 2022. Sri Somnath Ji, spanning distinguished career in nearly 36 years, has made significant contribution in the area of space technology. Sri Somnath Ji is an expert in the area of system engineering of launch vehicles. In his previous assignment as director, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in 2018, the lead center of ISRO, he was responsible for launch vehicle technology development. Under his leadership, VSSC has achieved significant feats like crew escape system, demonstration through pad abort test pad, launch of GSLV MK3 M1, Chandrayaan 2, and he is spearheading the upcoming Gayaan mission and the development of small satellite launch vehicle. Prior to that, he had been the director of the Liquid Propulsion System Center, where he led the team of complete the development and the qualification of CE-20 cryogenic engine and the C-25 stage, which was successfully flown in GSLV Mach 3 D1 flight. In his capacity as the Associate Director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the Project Director of GSLV Mach 3 launch vehicle, the first experimental flight of LVM-3X TR mission was successfully accomplished on 18th December 2014. He is a Fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Fellow of Aeronautics Society of India, Aeronautical Society of India, and member of International Academy of Aeronautics. He has published several papers in journals and seminars in the area of structural dynamics and controlled dynamic analysis of separation mechanism, vibration, acoustic testing, launch vehicle design, and launch service management. I just listen him 20 minutes during our technology discussion. The way I saw his insights and the way he is planning, I think really blessed like we are having today our chief guest of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri S. Somnath, Chairman of ISRO, to address the gathering.
Professor Satyanarayana, Director, IIT Tirupati, Registrar, Deans, student representatives, faculty. It's really an honor to come to IIT Tirupati and then be part of your Institute Day. It also coincided with an opportunity to sign an MOU with IIT Tirupati, just a coincidental thing. But then after coming here, I had an opportunity to listen to the creation of this institution and also its growth, and also some of the faculty's profile and the research domains which they are involved, and also your plans to expand creating centers of excellence in this institute. I think really impressed by what has been displayed in front of me, and later I had an opportunity to address the faculty also. And I told them that it is important that institutions like IIT Tirupati, the third generation institution, who have a great vision, should collaborate with institutions like Indian Space Research Organization to take your activities, your research profile grow, but also to help our national missions of space technology also through your collaborative research. I think this initiation has happened today to the MOU, and I'm really happy to be part of the whole activity that happened with the help of a director, NERL, who is your neighbor. And then I believe it's not NERL alone need to be the collaborator, but the entire ISRO ecosystem. The centers all across the country are there with a lot of domain experience to support, mentor, and help whatever research topic and research collaboration that is possible in this sector. But this is a day of the institute, and it is more of a day for the students, not for the faculty and the researchers, I believe. I think you are going to have a fine evening. I'm really happy to look at the sky, so beautiful. Such a pleasant day, little hot still, because I am wearing this. It's really uncommon to wear at this occasion, but still I'm feeling little sultry. But still, it is really happy to see your faces. You have joy of being in the institution after long spells of absenteeism from here, rather not really you wanted to be absent, but that you were forced to be away from the institution. You are back here, and this is a day to celebrate, to enjoy. I believe there are some awards to be distributed, right? Okay, so let me first congratulate all those awardees who are going to receive your commendations or medals or certificates or whatever. And I know that all those people who are going to receive are not receiving not because that they have happened to be the first among somebody, but it's because they have been so persistent and hardworking to achieve some of those laurels. So my congratulations to each one of them for who are going to receive. I have not met them, but hopefully they will be coming here today. See, IIT Tirupati belongs to the third generation of the IITs in the system, and I know those who had a fortune to come and join here are some of the blessed people. You will not realize it today, but then you will definitely realize it at a later point in life. Some of you may be realizing it. I think if you are realizing it, then you are really at the level of understanding what is needed. Because in a vast country like this, to be able to get into an IIT is not an easy thing. I think you know that. And once you get in that, your growth trajectory is actually certain way fixed, and it's actually very well lit, like the bulb which is just now glowing very well. You are always on the limelight. You are the chapa that you are getting, that you belong to an IIT system is really going to be something very, very important. It will take you a long way. But it also adds great responsibility to each one of you. I think you are going to be an engineer, scientist, an administrator, innovator. You are going to be somebody who will be noted, recognized at set a point in time to be somebody to be worth looking at. So I know many of you will reach that pinnacle of life, the career in the days ahead, and I have no doubt about it. Those who go through the system will definitely get trained under the able mentorship of your professors, teachers, your laboratories, your ecosystem that is developed here to create personalities, people, leadership that who will take this country forward. I think that's what these IITs are meant to be. And I'm sure IIT Tirupati will be no exception for that, though it may be a third generation IIT. It will be no way different from what is the first generation IITs are capable of producing. I have no doubt about it, especially when I looked at the way the institution is created by bringing in people who have already gone through the IIT system, the senior professors, faculties, those who are 100 plus here have the right credentials of research experience and teaching experience to take you along. I think I have no doubt about it, and you are really blessed in that way. But it's equally important to understand that it is a great privilege that you are getting to be in the IIT system to learn when thousands of others are not having it really. I think this realization must be there within you, and it also puts you in a great responsibility. And I would like you to remind of this. Probably some of the students who are in their graduation, BTech undergraduates may not really realize it, you will not value it, but then it's important that you really spend some time to think about it and value this in a sense that your responsibility to your profession and your goals will become more and more clear. I think this is what I want to tell you. This country, India, is such a country that we have vast talents and you have huge challenges ahead. See, look at the sector that I am coming from, space sector. When we started the whole program in 1960s, you know that there were people who were questioning it, why we are starting this space program. And there were people, leaders who realized that the great potential at that time, like Sarabhai, they were able to push that idea and then create a space ecosystem in this country. I have been traveling across the globe to attend some conferences related to space. In Europe, when you go, people ask me, is the PSLV designed by you people or you brought this rocket from somebody, somewhere? I tell them, no sir, it is actually designed by us, and I am one of the person who actually built some part of it. They just don't believe. Because they see India as a country who had no capability to do this without external support. I think this is story of one sector. But over the years, we have built systems, rockets, spacecrafts, applications, in an order which is just the reverse. We started from applications, spacecrafts and rockets to serve the country. And we mooted the idea that it's very, very important for a country like us to have capability in space technology. And today we are somebody worth recognizing in this sector. But there are equally important sectors where we developed. For example, atomic energy. It's another area where the pioneering efforts like Bhabha and Sarabhai created that institutions. And today we are significant players in atomic energy sector in terms of the power production and knowledge in atomic energy for various users. We also did such pioneering works in agriculture, and because of that pioneering work, when India got independence, there was so much of famine and death of people. Today we don't hear about it. No, we are reasonably self-sufficient in food, and we are able to sustain and provide food for 130 crore plus people with an ability to even export some food grains. No, it's not a small thing that we achieved. We created great institutions in this country in terms of the physical infrastructure, in terms of the educational institutions. So the IIT system came out at that time. The PSUs, which were earlier very strong and the pillars of technology and development, came out at that point in time. And all these are stories which require to be read and understood. But then the world is changing so fast. You know, we cannot talk about old stories and then say we did wonderful things. But then the challenges ahead are much different from the days of the post-independence era. In 2020 plus, the challenges are entirely different. We can no longer talk about the same models that we talked about at that point in time. We have to create new institutions and new mechanisms to take this country forward. Let me tell you a few areas where we are really facing big troubles, and it is important students from these leaders that are going to come out from IIT systems have to take certain leadership positions in this to change this. So let me ask you, what are they really? One of the important points which I see is technology leadership. See, if you really ask me what exactly is created differently in this country than it is not created in any other country, like the leading country, are you really creating brand new, innovative knowledge in this place? Are we creating something that is very novel, that it is the first time created in anywhere in the world? There are still something being created. For example, if you look at the IT sector, I can tell you there are capabilities existing in this country which is significantly powerful, strong compared to various other places in this world. But still, if you really want to look at core technologies, for example, electronics area, we still lack quite a bit. In fact, when I look at space sector, our rockets and spacecraft contains a lot of electronics. And 80% of the electronic components are imported today. Not a single piece of high-end processors, memories, or FPGAs, or space-grade electronics is made in India. But we know today there are a lot of designers working in various pockets in this country, and they do the design, but actual manufacturing takes place somewhere else. You look at additive manufacturing, which just now I heard that it is being researched here and there are faculty working here. The fundamental research on additive manufacturing is big zero in this country. But still, we talk about additive manufacturing as an emerging sector. And if you look at various universities across the globe, we see quite a bit of research taking place in metal additive manufacturing, large-scale manufacturing of systems, and induction into programs like rockets and aircrafts. We are nowhere. You look at the domains of defense technologies. Okay, of course, we do a lot of research in defense technology, but the growth in this sector is tremendous. And we need to put, without specifying any specific areas, I would like to tell you that there is a huge demand. And not to be dependent on the entire infrastructure for communication is purchased. Nothing is really made in this country. You may be using your communication equipments, you may be using your 5G networks and connectivities and all those stuff that you are using day to day. Not a single significant amount of work is being done in this country. It all comes from somewhere else. In fact, when we really started the communication revolution in the form of mobile connectivity, we were giving capabilities to various countries, industries to build them and then operate here. But the entire ground equipments and infrastructure for providing this mobile connectivity came from somewhere else. Even today, it is coming from somewhere. It's not manufactured sufficiently in this country. And it's not even researched or developed to an extent that we can talk about our industries to take it to the market and to compete with anybody. Now there are many sectors. I talked about only certain sectors, but it actually goes into medicines. We still call our system, ecosystem for medicine manufacture is really good. I think there is no doubt about it. They have shown their mettle in bringing out the right type of medicine to handle COVID time, and it's really a great thing to happen. I think this is to be replicated in various sectors. So what I want to tell you is that if really this country has to become a strong nation, maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the only way that we can become really strong is only by being leader in technology and science, and nothing else. Nothing else will take us there without having the strength in these two areas, science and technology. And it is span all domains. It is not the natural resources that will really help you to become a strong country. I think that time is over. And it is only through knowledge and development of technology, homegrown technology, and dependent only on the homegrown technology for your growth that you will really become strong, and not by depending on anybody else. We all talk about Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. No, all of us belong to the same family. Entire world is one family. All stories are there. But really, when it comes to critical juncture, I think all these talks fail. And it will happen only when you can stand on your own. And for that, you need to create people, the leaders, the institutions, the ability to do it, innovate within this, and promote those innovations. I think that's the only way we can take this forward. And we are starting all this in various modes. I think government is also pushed, very realistic in understanding this, and that's why various initiatives are happening in creating institutions of this nature. The third generation IITs are happening, institutions of learning, IISER is happening. We are also creating ideas by which startup ecosystem is promoted. The people who are graduating from here are not going to be employers of some XYZ companies. They are not going to be so. They are going to be creators, they are going to be innovators, they are going to be owners of companies, institutions, which they themselves will create. They will innovate and bring out products and services to this world. And through them, new systems will be created which will be competitive in the world. I think this is what we want. And this culture has to be created here. It is possible for a graduate from IIT system to incubate a company in this country safely, produce goods for the world, and then market it and make it great. I think this is what we want to happen. Of course, some of you will definitely look for greater pastures, greener pastures elsewhere. There's nothing wrong with that. To explore, understand the world, and bring back the knowledge back to this country is really what we look for. Some of our neighbors exhibited this skill by creating some ecosystem for people who are outside the country to bring back and create laboratories and institutions to separate seed funding. I think such ideas are definitely required in this country also, so that you people, even after your graduation, go out and create some nice life somewhere, but you will be able to come back to this country and then work here and then create great institutions. I think only through that our country will really be great once again. And we are already great, I think we have no doubt about it. Because taking example from space sector again, I want to tell you, I worked on rockets and I was a project director of GSLV Mark III. And almost 10 years I worked to make that rocket into a reality. When I joined in the project in 2002, it was just a piece of paper. We were writing the project report, and I had a drawing of the GSLV Mark III on an A4 sheet. But after 10 years, I saw the rocket standing there, 45 meters tall, 660 tons in mass, now taking off with a mighty roar and then putting a Photon class of satellite in orbit. Your dreams are one day going to be a reality. And once you work in some projects of this nature, you will understand that it is worth dreaming big. Because if you dream big, someday it will really materialize. With the right type of people around you, the right type of leadership and support, all of your dreams will really become a reality one day. And I want to tell you that you are trained and getting equipped to handle such big dreams. And this is what you are meant for, and this is what your destiny is. To take your great dreams to the reality. And can never be possible with you alone. You need to have collaborative mindset. One of the things that we teach in ISRO is that individually we are nobody, but collectively we are such a great force. You should learn how to work with others of different disciplines. I am a mechanical engineer by profession, but I can understand a little bit of electronics, I can understand chemical engineering, I can understand computer science, I can understand the interplay between controls and structures. And not only we understand each other, but we also respect them because their domain is as important as my domain. And once you develop the respect for some other domain, really you create multidisciplinary people who are capable of engineering systems of very complex nature. And by deeper into one subject, you really find out something great, because many of the professors and teachers here are people who actually dive deep in the subject, but spread out knowledge and understanding of various other domains. And if you create at least some T-type people, at least 10-20 T-type of people out of this group, I think you will be the people who are going to build great institutions and great systems. And let me take this opportunity for all those who are going to be awarded, and also those who are going to be graduated, undergraduates, postgraduates and PhDs out of IIT. You make this institution very proud by your work and your contribution. And maybe years later you will come back here as an alumni, and you will also contribute to building this institution to greater glory. I am very sure about it. Like Professor Satyanarayana, who did after his years of service in IIT Chennai, who came here and became the reason for this institution's growth like this. So let us thank him for what he did, and greet him because he is saying a little bit of goodbye talk today. But I don't think that he may not easily say goodbye. But then it is your responsibility to be the student of this and to be alumni of this at a later point in time, and then come and support this institution to its higher glories. I think it's also expected of you. Wish you all the very best, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. And wish you all the very best, bright career, bright future, and a strong nation out of your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and encouraging us. The desire to win, the will to succeed, and the urge to reach our full potential are the keys that unlock the doors to personal excellence. Excellence is an act of doing casual things in a unique way. It is a gradual result of always striving to do better. The best thing next to excellence is the appreciation of it. We invite Dr. Suresh Jain, Dean of Academic Affairs, to present the academic awards to the students.
Thank you. And really inspired. And the way the chairman is saying, like, it's not the award like just for like that. Their continuous efforts and consistency in their performance that make that situation they are going to be awarded. But at the same time, he also mentioned what we aspire from you guys after the academics. The way you are performing here, we also want like the way you have to perform the same in your professional life. So with these words, like I just want to announce the name, and these are the awards. So for the students who perform in their batch for the different years, like 2020 means 2018 batch, then 2019 batch, 2020, and the current, like where the first, second, third prizes are there. So in each branch we are giving the awards. So I announced with the batch 2018, the branch wise who performed. Keshav Kumar, Chemical Engineering, who scored the CGPA 9.24. VPS Ajay Kumar Raju Palem, Civil Engineering 9.09 CGPA. W. Pranati, Computer Science and Engineering, the CGPA score is 9.76. Soumitra Vyapari, Electrical Engineering, CGPA score is 9.88. CB Balan Jivanandam, Mechanical Engineering, CGPA score is 9.78. Now I am announcing the batch 2019. Noble Saji Matthew, Chemical Engineering, CGPA score is 9.19. Sai Sekhar Voil V, Civil Engineering, the CGPA score is 9.03. Devsi Das, Computer Science and Engineering, CGPA score is 9.91. Electrical Engineering, 9.26. Mechanical Engineering, CGPA score is 8.87. Now I am announcing the batch 2020. Anush Mangal, Computer Science and Engineering, first prize with a CGPA of 9.94. Second prize goes to Davidson Paul J, Electrical Engineering, CGPA score is 9.63. Third prize goes to V. Bhardwaj, Computer Science and Engineering, CGPA score is 9.54. Now I am announcing for the MTech batch 2020. J. Chordia from Environmental and Water Resource Engineering, CGPA score is 8.93. Next candidate is P. Sai Sindhu, Geotechnical Engineering, CGPA score is 8.29. Rajesh Tugganti, Structural Engineering, CGPA score is 8.76. Next candidate, Prantik Prashar, Computer Science and Engineering, CGPA score is 9.11. The students who are from MSc 2020 batch, Sumedha Gupta from Chemistry, CGPA score is 9.78. From Physics, Ravi Kumar, CGPA score is 9.31. From Mathematics and Statistics, Nayan Jain, CGPA score is 9.24. Students who are not able to join today in absentia, S. Bhargav Reddy in Signal Processing and Communications, CGPA score is 9.41. Rajbir Singh Bajwa, Design and Manufacturing, score is 9.52. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners.
Let's hear a huge round of applause for all their efforts and achievements.
We now request Professor K.N. Satyanarayana, Director IIT Tirupati, to honor the chief guest with a memento.
We now invite Mr. A.V. Prasad, the Registrar, to present the vote of thanks.
Om Tacham Yoravrinimhe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastir Manushebhyaha Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shamnostu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Mangaladini Mangala Madhyani, Mangalantani. Whenever a great enterprise is taken up, it is always taken up as a great yajna. IIT Tirupati is a great yajna which started 7 years ago. And we have come this far. And we are celebrating the 7th Institute Day. Now is the time to thank all those who have contributed to this magnificent effort. At the outset, I thank the chief guest of the evening's function, Sri Somnath Ji, Chairman ISRO, for being with us so much time and being instrumental in signing up an MOU with the NARL today. The director NARL is also here. I also thank him for enriching our day today. Next, most important person who is there from the first step onwards to this day, to whom this institute is like a child. In the Shastras also, there are many types of putras. One of them, not the physical son, but the institutional son. People who make great institutions. Professor K.M. Satyanarayana is reckoned on those lines. He has built this institution and he just stepped into Tirupati and started finding a place where to do it. Now, I also have to thank all those great professors who have come here to be with him, to take this institute forward. Professors K.V. Krishnaya, T.S. Natarajan, P.C. Deshmukh, N.M. Kishore, and also all those seniors now who have joined here, Professor C.P. Rao and Professor Radha Rao. And I also thank all the administrative leaders who are taking this effort to such really great heights. Our deans who are leading the various functions of the administration. I also thank all those faculties who have come from all over the country. And really, this institution has drawn the most number of faculty members in the shortest possible time. Among all the 3G IITs, we stand on top. I also thank the administrative experts from ISRO who actually came and stood by Professor K.M. Satyanarayana, Adinarayan Garu, and Sivakumar Garu, Chaudhary Garu. So all these people, Mr. Chetty, so all of them came and actually made this work rather easy for him. Otherwise, I know institutions which are struggling without the proper administrative expertise. And for this evening's function, I am really glad to see all the students back on the campus to be physically with us. I really thank all of you for joining here and for organizing this function. I thank the Deputy Registrar Administration, Mr. Chaman Mehta, and all his teams in the security, in the housekeeping, and in making all these stage arrangements. I thank all of them, and there are actually many more people to whom I have to render my thanks. I thank all of them, even though I am not mentioning all their names. We have, as the chief guest has pointed out, we are not just a 3G institute. In fact, we are one of the proud members of this 23 IIT community, and we draw not only from our mental institution, but also from the rich and noble traditions of the IIT. And India, that is Bharat, is the Upanishads say, Vidyancha yastad bhayam saha avidyaya mrityam tirtva vidyaya amrutamashrute. So education is not something that has started recently in India. Education has been there from the very beginning of human civilization, and we have a knowledge tradition. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasistam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasaram cha Yasam Sukam Gauda Padam Mahantam. So this is the long tradition we have. So here it is not a very materialistic kind of a thing. We don't go about knowledge in the disrespectful way. We go there with a lot of respect. And then we have that long tradition of inquiry, and we have to continue that here. And this being the 7th Institute Day, we have actually come to a certain stage, as Professor K.N. Satyanarayana has said it. We are about to vacate the temporary campus. I thank the Cheddarwada management for providing us a home till now from the very beginning. And then when we just going, our constructions are completing and we are going to occupy it within this year. And then we are actually in a takeoff stage. Our professor has said that he has completed his term. Now I pray to God and I request you to all join me in this. I hope that he will continue this leadership so that we go places. This is the stage when we need his guidance and leadership as much as we needed it previously. And I thank each one of you for being part of this function and making it a success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We live in a land of unity and diversity. We may belong to diverse social groups, but we are first and foremost Indians. We request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Everyone to remain seated. The cultural program will begin shortly. Thank you.
अरे उनके शॉर्टली అంటే అప్పుడే నువ్వు పోయి ఇప్ప సినిమా కథ కాదు నాన్న తిరుమల అన్న లైటింగ్ లేదు
Refreshments of tea, coffee and endorsements are being provided at the right of the dais.
మురళి ఆ వాయిస్ అంటే తీస్తా ఇస్తావా ఒకే ఫైల్ ఎందుకంటే 1.5 గంట అంత లేదు 15 నిమిషాలండి ఆడ రికార్డ్ చేసి 1.5 గంట కంటిన్యూ
coffee and rose milk is being served on the right side of dais. You can please go and take it. Help yourself.
సునీల్ లేజర్ పెట్టినారా ముందర ఆపోజిట్లో ఏమన్నా లేజర్ లైట్ పెట్టినారా లేదు కదా అదే కెమెరాలు ఉన్నాయి వస్తుంది అంతే లైన్ ఆడి కెమెరా
వాళ్ళు కేబుల్ ఇచ్చే వాళ్ళే స్లో ఉంది
వాట్సాప్లో ఎక్కువ ప్రోగ్రాంలో రా పోయేసి వస్తాం రా నా ఈడే ఉంటావు తిరుమలనా అన్నా రానా చిన్న ఉంటావా ఇదా చూస్తాను నిన్న నమ్ముకొని పోతున్నా
Failed to reach. News end. We request you all to sit back and enjoy the scintillating musical performances. To begin with, let's welcome on stage Saurabh for a magical keyboard performance.
बस इसको उठा के
A small announcement, the refreshments counter will be closed by 7:20. We were lost in those melody-dipped music notes. Thank you for that unforgettable performance. As a great philosopher once said, without music, life would be a mistake. Please welcome Siddesh for a powerful instrumental performance.
was truly awesome. The chords are still resonating in our souls and minds. Dance is the most natural and effective way of self-expression. It is an art form that enables one to find their true selves and lose themselves at the same time. It is a prayer for the future, a remembrance of the past, and a joyful exclamation of thanks for the present. Please welcome Meghna, who will be delivering a semi-classical dance performance.
Thank you for that amazing dance. Originating from Andhra Pradesh, Kuchipudi is one of the 8 major classical dance forms of India. Please welcome Akhila, who will enact through this elaborate language of mimes and gestures the tunes of an Annamacharya Kirtana dedicated to the goddess Alamelu Manga.
దాటినదే మట్టపు మన పూల మట్టెల కేల పూల కట్టెడి నడ పూల దాటినదే పెట్టిన వజ్రపు పెండెపు తడోపులు పెట్టిన వజ్రపు పెండెపు తడోపులు అట్టిట్టు చిమ్ముచు అల్లవేర్మంగా అట్టిట్టు చిమ్ముచు అల్లవేర్మంగా అలరులు తీరగడే అలకల కురుకుల అలవేర్మంగా అలరులు తీరగడే ఆడేనదే ఆడేనదే
Thank you for that soulful performance. We now invite Pranati and Sai Datta to come up on the stage and mesmerize us with a musical medley.
Madam, come center, madam.
चल दिन लख 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 पुल्ला तक 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 कोट्टुम मिसैल ओके कनि मनि yeah friendship yeah friendship Mustafa Mustafa don't worry Mustafa kalam neestam Mustafa kalam neestam Mustafa day by day kalam mariyo day by day payaninche shippe friendship payaninche shippe friendship Mustafa don't worry Mustafa kalam neestam Mustafa kalam neestam Mustafa kalam neestam Mustafa kalam neestam
Thank you, that was indeed breathtaking. Kavits are descriptive and dramatic lyrical passages of Kathak, which may be epithets of certain gods and goddesses, or themes or stories written. Let's welcome Nayan Jain, who will be delivering a Kathak performance of Shiv Kavit, composed by Pandit Divyang Vakil Ji. This Kavit describes the meditative nature, strength, and ash-adorned body of Nataraja.
A blend of cosmic tune and divine music. Thank you for that enthralling performance.
பையனை வந்து கேமரா புக் பண்ணி வச்சு ரெண்டு ஜென்மம் அது ஃபுல்லுக்கா இதுக்காக
We'll be playing a recorded song by Devshi Das.
মোর ভাবনারে কে হাওয়ায় মাতালো দোলে মন দোলে অকারণ হরষে মোর ভাবনারে কে হাওয়ায় মাতালো দোলে মন দোলে অকারণ হরষে হৃদয় গগনে সজল ঘন নবীন মেঘের রসের ধারা বরষে মোর ভাবনারে কি হয় মাতালো দোলে মন দোলে অকারণ হরষে
We'll be having another performance by Nayan Jain, a Kathak fusion dance.
க்ளோஸ் ஹெல்ப் பண்ண வைட் எஸ்பி க்ளோஸா ఆయన க்ளோஸ்
Thank you for that absolutely beautiful performance. Put your hands together for Raghavan, who is going to be reciting a poem written by him in Tamil.
Hi all. Actually, this is my first poem I written on my own. This is in my own language, Tamil. I hope many can understand, right? Is there any Tamil people? Yeah. Try to understand. This is my first poem. Okay. Amma. ஆண்டவனும் தேடிய அதிசய உறவு. ஆயிரம் உறவுகள் என்னை சூழ்ந்து நின்றாலும் அங்கே என் அம்மா இல்லையே, அது இருந்தும் இல்லாத காணல் நீர்தான் எனக்கு. என் நீலவானின் மேகங்கள் நீ, என் எண்ணங்களின் நினைவுகள் நீ, என் ஆடலின் அசைவுகள் நீ, என் பாடலின் வரிகளும் நீ, என் இரத்த ஓட்டத்தின் நாளங்கள் நீ, முடிகின்ற என் வாழ்வில் முடிவில்லாமல் என்றும் என்னோடு நீ. இறைவனே, எனக்கும் தருவாய் ஒரு வரம், என்னை தாங்கிய என் தாயை இன்னொரு பிறவியில் நான் தாங்கிடும் வரம். எங்கும் எப்பொழுதும் என்னுள் நீ, என்னோடு நீ அமுதமூட்டி வளர்த்தாய். என்ன ஆச்சரியம், என் அம்மாவின் பெயரும் அமுதாதானே. தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you for that touching performance. That's all, folks. With this fantabulous performance, the cultural program for the day comes to an end. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. It's finally time to put away the formalities and relax. It's time for dinner.
Guests, faculty, staff are requested to proceed towards the counter setup in front of Hostel Block E. Students are requested to use the counters arranged in the dining hall and OAT. Vegetarian counters are set up in the OAT. However, the non-vegetarian counters are inside the mess. We request all the people who use the plate, even in the OAT, to dispose them off in the place we do it usually inside the mess. Thank you.